Hi everyone, welcome to Planet J. My name is Jay, and today we're going to be doing a pick a card / pick a pile reading to see what's the word around town, what's the word on the street about you, okay? I did these blind shuffles about 2 weeks ago, and I don't know, I just finally feel good and I have the time to really sit down and tap into your guys' energy. In the extended, you guys are going to be able to access that on YouTube or Patreon, and you'll see me do the shuffles for that in this reading for when you guys go and either purchase that for a single view or maybe you're accessing it through membership. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If it resonates, come back for another one. Pile number 1, we're starting with you, and you are going to be using this Osho Zen deck. I really like it a lot, so let's tap in. What's the word around town? What's the word on the street about pile number 1? How have people been viewing you? And then as we get deeper into the reading, we'll shuffle, do some clarifications to see why people are viewing you that way. Okay, so first, how are they viewing them? We've got the Two of Wands, possibilities, adventure, which is the Page of Pentacles, trust. This is the Knight of Cups, okay? 8 of Cups, letting go. Possibilities, adventure, trust, and letting go. With existence, this is also the Magician card and healing, King of Cups. Okay, so you have 2 court cards that are representing water energy, another one that represents earth energy, and this could just be, again, how you're being perceived, and how people are talking about you right now, and then we'll figure out the why in a moment. On the bottom of the deck here, we have 9 of Pentacles, ripeness. Okay. So word on the street about pile number 1 is that nothing really holds them back. They're very emotionally mature. Every day is a new opportunity for them to be kinder, be more compassionate to others, to themselves, to explore, to honor themselves, to... For some of you guys, it's like reconnecting with your inner child or reconnecting with a part of you that you once lost. Like there's something about the word around town about you is that you're very deep, but you're also extremely practical. You're also very independent. People can come to you for healing because you have that healing energy and that touch. But at the same time, with the 8 of Cups, there is a little bit of a distance there. So I don't know if word around town and word on the street is that you have left something, or you finally let go of this one thing. And it could even be something as simple as you had an issue come up for you, and maybe you used to bring it up. Maybe not every day, but every once in a while. And now it's like it's not even on your radar. According to other people, you don't even really mention it. And I feel like the reason why that people are talking about you in this way is because the word on the street is that you are an emotional person, not that you are impractical or immature, but just that you are a feeler. You are very expansive, and the word on the street about you is like, I feel like some people are worried about you, and other people are talking about how you've been there for them, or how helpful you've been, how they would trust you with, really important things or really important people or tasks, just because of who you are. So the word around town about you right now is actually like people talking about you as if they know you. And you may say, oh wow, well they don't really know me. Well, this could just be impressions, but let's dive deeper. So why are they, speaking of pile number 1 like this, we've got 5 of Swords comparison. So people talk about how you're very confident, but it's not cocky. It's actually very humble for the Knight of Pentacles to be coming out here with the King of Cups. So some of you guys, it's because you have healed yourself. It's because you are able to put yourself in the shoes of someone who maybe hasn't matured or gotten where they want to be yet, or haven't taken the steps, or haven't learned to trust themselves or their emotions or their feelings, and validate themselves so that they can do the same for others. So it's like the word around town about you with this particular card is that you don't compare yourself to other people. You're not viewing yourself, your path, what you're doing right now is inferior or less than. It's just you, and that's how people speak about you. Like, there's no point in comparing bamboo to oak because they're grown in different environments. They serve different purposes in their ecosystems. You know what I mean? The way that they are used, even for stylistic purposes, are different, but it's authentic, and it's admired for the people, or by the people that really would use it or appreciate it. And I feel like that's how people talk about you. It's like, maybe, I'm not even going to call you an acquired taste, but it's like, maybe not everybody is as deep as you, or maybe not everybody feels the way that you do, but it is important and it is valuable to have someone like this around, because people can take a look at themselves and see where maybe they could be more vulnerable, where they could be more compassionate. So that's how people or have been talking about you, or that's the word around town about you. So let's just clarify the rest of these cards. We've got, yeah, King of Wands, the creator. A lot of masculine energy is also coming through, in addition to the feminine elements here. So feminine elements have came out, but the court cards here, King of Cups, King of Wands, that's masculine energy. So let's see here. Yeah, we've got the Justice card, morality. Wait, I'm sorry, this is not the Justice card. This is the Queen of Swords, morality. Queen of Swords. Okay, so there is a little bit of feminine energy there too, but it's interesting because the element is masculine. So okay. So something about the way that you express yourself. You never come off as defensive. You never seem like you're lying. You never seem like you're hiding anything. But you do come off as somebody who believes in a higher purpose, understands that some things are out of your control. Like, you can take and do your part, but you also have to let some things be. People are talking about you like some humanitarian, or like somebody that they really look up to, someone that they really trust, whose judgment they really respect. Eight of Wands, traveling. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles again, another king coming out here, but it's in feminine energy, which is an earth element. Slowing down. Okay. Clarifying the King of Cups, we've got, wow, patience, Seven of Pentacles. Right. So I split the deck, and I'm going to put it like this. I haven't looked at it yet. What I'm getting from this is that people are also talking about how you express your feelings. Maybe you're more forthright than they are. So with this comparison here, it's like when people are talking about you, they're comparing the way that you express yourself and handle your emotions versus what they do or what they're even capable of doing. This Eight of Wands, traveling. They talk about how, like, even if you're the only person who feels the way that you do, you still, very in a mature way, express your feelings. And other people, even if they don't agree with it, like, they do view it as valid. So people are saying this about you. But the King of Pentacles slowing down, clarifying the Magician. I feel like the word around town about you is that, like, you don't put too much pressure on yourself. You don't put a lot of pressure on other people, but you do believe in your potential as well as others. And that is what's so healing, because people respect your judgment. So if you're looking at someone like, no, they're not that bad, or if you're looking at a situation like, okay, maybe this wasn't that great, but I'm going to focus on the positive. Like, that's how people are viewing you. That's how people are talking about you. And it's because you have this ability to really look at things from an outside perspective. Some of you guys, people talk about you like someone who, although you bring a lot of positive energy, I can't help but notice that every single card that you've chosen, or that has been chosen for your reading, from the deck and from these blind shuffles, depicts somebody by themselves, or it depicts an image without a single person in it at all. For example, this is just depicting two tree trunks of a bamboo versus oak. This one here is depicting an animal, but it's an eagle. There's actually not a single soul in this photo besides that eagle. Here in this photo, we have the King of Wands, only him in this photo. But he's a king, so obviously there are other people around him that he rules over, or at least, you know, in traditional, like, societies that have kings or whatever the fuck, right? Knight of Cups here, one person. The Eight of Cups here, it only has these lily pads, these lily pads traveling. If you can't quite see it from far away, but there's one person here walking up that mountain of like fog and these deep, rich, like almost fall autumn colors by themselves. So I'm hearing you're very down to earth with all the earth energy coming through here, like these plants here, the lily pads here, how she's even sitting on this lily pad in this image by herself. She's not clothed either, but she looks content. Like, why does it, like when you look at this photo of this woman, you're almost envious of her. She's in her own little world, but she also understands that there's so much more outside of her, above her, beneath her even, you know. So word around street, word around town about you is that you really are above the bullshit. You really don't get outside of yourself. You really hold yourself to a really high standard because you're super humble, you're practical, mature. People can rely on you, depend on you. If you're in a relationship, people would probably assume that you're a great partner and that you make other people look good too. With the King of Wands, there is a charm to you. Some of you guys, even if you are a little bit childish or childlike sometimes with your interests or your things, you still come off as very mature and confident in that with the King of Wands here. And it charms people. It makes people eventually really appreciate you, even if it doesn't show on the outside or they're too shy to say it, because you're super patient with the Seven of Pentacles. You believe that you can get better. Even if you're a great person now, you still believe that you can get better with time. You still believe that you can have off days with these phases here, phases of the moon, or some months or whatever. You know, like there's a lot of patience. Is not only about being patient with other people, but it's about being patient with yourself. It's about holding yourself accountable with the Queen of Swords. It's about knowing when you can trust somebody with your raw emotions and when it's time to just maybe focus on the logic in the conversation. But that's just what it is. It's like a conversation with you. It's never you disrespecting somebody or belittling someone. Like, this is a very, very, very peaceful, passive when needed, but also active and masculine and forward when needed as well, too. So there's a very nice balance here for the Queen of Swords to be coming out. I am picking up on certain signs, energies, but I'm not going to say them in this reading. I just am going to leave it for however you felt most drawn to it. I split the deck earlier. Let's look and see what's here. We've got the Chariot and Conditioning, which is the Devil card. So I will only mention major arcanas that have came out. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not the Chariot. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Number 7, Awareness. This is the Chariot card. Yes. I'm going to show you guys the image one more time. And then this one, purple color, represents major arcana in this deck. So this is the Conditioning card, the Devil. And it actually depicts, in this deck, it talks about like a lion who was raised around sheep. So they think their whole life that they're just a sheep, but they're not. And it talks a lot about conditioning that we go through when we are raised, when we grow up, or when we're not raised, or when we do or do not have certain conditions or things, right? And how that affects how you show up, how it affects your beliefs, your obstacles that you face in life, all those things. But then the Awareness card really talks about how you can see yourself and others, for me, better than most. This is a very deep card. So yeah, there's something very deep about you. That's the word I'm talking about you. So let me shuffle. I'm gonna pull 6 more cards for the extended. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's go extended. Let's see what's here. Hold it back for that one, please. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. My name is Jay, and today we're going to be looking at what's the word around town, what's the word on the street about you, okay? In the extended, you can access that as a member, or you can purchase it individually or exclusively on Patreon without membership. It will also be for members here on YouTube as well. So we have the 8 of Swords. We're using our Pulp Fiction deck today. So 8 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles. What's the word around town about you? Right, now this could be the truth, it could be not the truth, okay? Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Wands in reverse. So some of you guys, the word around town about you is actually just like a lot of assumptions. So maybe in this group, don't take these messages with a grain of salt. But maybe it's important for you to know how people are talking about you, because maybe you want to know if someone's being fake. Maybe you want to know if this person's a real one. I don't know. A lot of people are coming here for different reasons. So take what is yours, right? But we also have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, what the frick? 5 of Pentacles. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Because it feels like pretty damaging the way people are talking about you. Knight of Cups. Oh, okay. Knight of Cups, though. Knight of Cups. I'm going to clarify these right now. Clarifying the 8 of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Clarifying the 4 of Pentacles, we have the Hanged Man. Damn. Oh, I'm so sorry. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Empress. Oh. That's not too bad. What's the word around town? What's the word on the street? The Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Empress. Oh. Okay. Clarified the Knight of Wands in reverse. Clarified by the Ace of Cups. Okay. Clarifying the 5 of Pentacles, we've got the King of Cups. Clarifying the Knight of Cups, we've got 7 of Swords in reverse. Okay, I like this now. It got better. It got better. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So in this group, the word around town about you is that you could be struggling right now with different things. Some of you guys, it's health. Some of you guys, it's money. For others of you, it's struggles when it comes to your finances, when it comes to taking care of your children or your family. For some of you guys, it could even be like a partner or something. There is some sort of like anxiety there that's coming through here when people are talking about you. So it can either be anxiety that you have shown. I don't want to say that you've expressed, but that people have noticed in you, because typically you act differently, I heard. So you guys, people could be worrying for you because usually you always have all the answers, or usually you know how things are going to turn out. But right now it's almost like things are in limbo for you with the Hanged Man. But there is something here about like people want to know a little bit more about how you're feeling so that they can help you, but they don't know how they can help you. So they just want to offer you like love or offer you emotional support, but maybe some of you guys, you just don't really want that right now, or you don't need it right now. The word on the street, the word around town about you. It's like some of you guys are being looked at like an outsider for some reason, or like, I don't want to say this and offend anybody, but that like in a particular area in your life for some of you guys, when it comes to money or in your community socially, that you're just like kind of on your own, or that you're keeping to yourself. And it could be due to anxiety, it could be social anxiety, it could be maybe you're just an introvert and you're being misunderstood right now. I don't know, but that's kind of like the word around the street. But there's also pleasant messages coming through here too for the Empress, for the Empress and the Wheel of Fortune to come here. A lot of people maybe view you as creative, they could view you as a natural, or yeah, I heard someone say like natural beauty. There's something about your essence too that seems very valuable. It's unique. There's something unique about you. Fixed energy is coming through here with the Wheel of Fortune. These are fixed cards. I mean, fixed signs here. So the word around town about you, people are actually talking about your reputation. You have a reputation of being, maybe you have a lot of money. And people could be talking about how you're stingy. Or maybe you usually have a lot of money, but right now you're budgeting. Or and that's something that they are worrying about for you. Or maybe you usually have a lot of time or outlets to express yourself. Maybe you're painting or you're making music and you've recently stopped doing those things that you love. Or it could be any outlet for you. But it almost feels like there's just like not enough time, not enough money or something like that. Not enough support for you. But your essence or your energy is still coming off as like nice, still nice energy. Despite the circumstances. Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Now this one is what's kind of throwing me for a little bit of a loop. This Knight of Wands in reverse. And the Ace of Cups. Again, there's lily pads on this image. And that came through in another group. Another group, I used a completely different deck. And in that deck, there was one card that was entirely just water and lily pads. So it's interesting that it's also coming out in this different deck, Pulp Fiction deck, in a different pile. But I don't know. I'm hearing this song, but you gotta keep your head up. Oh, so I feel like that's a message for you. Some of you guys, I don't know if it's from someone who's passed on, or for someone who's older than you, or it could be an older gentleman for some of you guys, or it could just be a gentleman in your life. If you're feminine here, then that's kind of what I'm getting. But if you are not a feminine watching, then it could be I don't know. I heard someone say someone that's been in your shoes, someone that's been where you have been, have experienced something like this before that you're going through or that you have experienced. The Five of Pentacles. I heard single parent or like taking care of a lot on your own, being somewhere new, feeling a little bit like an outcast. But it's hard for people to read you emotionally. Like they know that you care. But it's hard for people to really get a grasp on what they think about you right now. But there's a lot being said, you know? So that's what I want to say in this group is that I heard nothing's written in stone. So sometimes when people talk about you, they'll be like, oh, they're always like this. Or like kind of exaggerated with their talk. Almost like that person has no opportunity. There's no way in hell that they could ever expand. But that's not how people talk about you. They actually are talking about you like, I wonder where things are going to go for them. I wonder how they're going to do this. But there are also people saying that in the past, you have taken a shitty situation and really brought a lot of light. And it's almost like maybe people are saying that you're being underappreciated right now, or something is not fair. Yeah, because you don't come off as somebody who says fuck the rules just to fuck them, or keeps to themselves just because you have trust issues. Like there's something different going on here, especially with the Seven of Swords coming out in reverse, clarifying this Knight of Cups. There's something about your honesty that is coming through here too. What's the word around the street about you? I'm gonna pull two more. And then we're going to shuffle the cards for the extended. The Empress. Someone here could have recently had a child or found out that they're gonna have a child. Because I'm seeing in this photo, she's carrying a newborn. It almost looks like a newborn baby, or at least like under the age of 1. The Empress sometimes can represent fertility, having a child, or things coming up. Harvest, because I'm seeing a lot of wheat here. And I think in the olden days, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was something like they would see if a woman was pregnant by making her pee on wheat. I don't know what that is about. Anyway, I don't know if someone had a baby shower recently or something like that you attended. Or maybe your sister is about to have a child. Six of Wands. What's the word around town about you? Some people could be talking about your relationship. If you are in a relationship, then people could be talking about that. It seems like good things, though. Like maybe you and your partner, they didn't expect for you guys to hit it off, for you guys to still be together and be so happy and making each other look great. And it's like, I feel like a lot of people aspire to have relationships like you for some reason. I said I was going to pull 2 more cards, so this one that just fell, and then I'm going to pull for the extended. The star card wanted to come out in reverse. The star card. I don't know if someone here is like foreign or something like that, or you're from a different city. There's something different about you though that other people are like acknowledging and talking about, like, oh yeah, we all blah blah blah, but she did it, or he da da da. Anyway, let's pull for the extended. I'm gonna pull 6 cards for the extended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. My name is Jay, and today we're going to be looking at what's the word around town, what's the word on the street about you, okay? So we've got the moon, Three of Cups, the Fool, aw, Five of Swords, 6 of Wands in reverse. Okay. And the King of Pentacles. The word on the street about you is that people are very protective over you. There's something, like there's something about you, and I want to say this, like, I'm not saying you could be like the strongest guy or a person, woman ever, but the way people are talking about you is like very protective over you. Because you don't bother anybody. You're a really good friend. You make people feel very happy in your presence. You're very supportive. You could be a little shy or introverted. Maybe you don't talk about yourself much. But people love your smile. They love the way you think. They love your eyes. Some of you guys have tattoos, or you're good with animals. They like the way you accessorize. Some of you guys are very punctual, or you always show up at the right time. People talk about you as someone who's growing, who's helped them grow. There's something about butterflies coming through here. What's the word on the street about pile number 3? That you can keep a secret. People can trust you with their secrets. People want to know what you know, but they know that they're never going to... It would not be appropriate for them to ask you about what you know because it's none of their business. And if they don't know, it's because that person didn't trust them to tell them that, but they trusted you. That's interesting, okay? What's the word on the street about you? It seems like you take good care of yourself. It comes like something about your hair and like your hygiene is coming through. Like people are talking about that. You've established roots somewhere. So maybe you are a pillar in your community or something like that. The color yellow is coming through very strongly. And there's also something about how resourceful you can be. You're very grounded. Some of you guys, there's something about basketball. I don't know if you play sports or you're something specifically about basketball. Someone could be experiencing heartburn lately. Seafood. There's something about seafood or fish. So I don't know if someone here is a pescatarian or there's something, but I just heard something about seafood. Another person here could have native roots. Someone with red hair could be talking about you in this way, or highlights like that. Some people could be saying that the way that you speak, I don't want to say it's cutthroat, but maybe you don't play games, you cut right to the chase. Okay. Clarifying the moon, we have the King of Wands. Clarifying the Three of Cups, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Clarifying the Fool. We have the Six of Cups. Oh, that's cute. Clarifying the Five of Swords. Temperance. Wow. Okay. Clarifying the Six of Wands in reverse. The Star. And clarifying the King of Pentacles, we've got Five of Wands. Oh, okay. Bottom of the deck is Two of Cups. There could be a lot of chaos around you, but you're not a chaotic person. I heard somebody say they broke their wings, or someone tried to clip your wings, or maybe you've experienced an injury lately or something like that. Someone could have been hit in the face or in their eye or something. I'm seeing something about red eyes. Red eyes. I don't know if it's that you're tired or there's something about red eyes coming through here. Something around red around the eyes or on the face. Word around the street about you. Is that you really stay in your lane and you know your place. You don't come off as like super demanding, actually. But it's like different, it's attractive. The way you stand, the way you walk. Someone here could have, for masculines here, someone here could be growing their beard or have a long beard. There's even wings in this photo. There's something about wings. Or how fast you are or something like that. Or maybe it's the way you drive. I don't know what that's about. Or maybe someone recently traveled, because I'm seeing wings on an airplane now. It could be that you missed a flight too, because in this photo, it's the Seven of Pentacles, which always reminds me of time. So I don't know if it's that you missed a flight or you missed an appointment or something about time. It could even be like friends talking about you like they haven't seen you in a long time. Or someone talking about you like they don't know how to get in contact with you. They don't have your number. Interesting. What's the word around town? What's the word on the street? Word on the street about you too is that some people are pocket watching you. There are some people that I feel like are competitive or a little envious with you. And it almost feels like unfair because you do come off as like very peaceful. You would rather bite the bullet a lot of the time. Like some people may think that you're a pushover, but you're really not a pushover. You just don't take you don't take things personally. And you don't have to put on a show. You don't feel the need to overextend yourself or overcompensate just to make people view you a certain way. That's the word around the street about you. There's something about a hummingbird here. So someone here could sing well or have good music taste. Someone here could be watching this at the time where like the moon is in a crescent phase. Someone here also wants to give you your flowers or changing their perspective on things. Temperance, that's about balance as well. There is a little bit of doing things in moderation when temperance comes out here too. So some people are talking about how I don't know, it almost feels like you know when is the right time to say something to someone and when it's not. Like, am I going to get the response that I want, or am I going to make a situation worse by saying or doing this? Like, people are talking about how you have that kind of like radar. The Star, Six of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Star. They're also talking about how it's not fair to compare you, or it's almost like it's almost feeling like the energy of someone sticking up for you, or the energy of someone like acknowledging that there's something different about you, your circumstances, and that needs to be considered. Something about that needs to be considered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 7 can be significant here, or 17. And this cup is tattooed on her, but it's like upside down. That's interesting. I never noticed that before. Wow, her body is like, okay, the more I look at this card, the more interesting it is. So there's something about you. When people talk about you, the more they get to know you, the more they see you're not, I just keep hearing you're not like that. You're not impulsive. You're not, you're just different. You're different. The way you handle things, you're just different. And your style, it's just your style, you know? I'm just hearing someone talk about you or think about you like in this way. Like, that's just them. Like, and that's okay. You get things done differently, but it gets done. That's interesting. I can't wait to do the extended for this reading. Now, looking at this Five of Wands, clarifying the King of Pentacles. You may spend a lot of time working on things before you present them to other people, or before you put your name on it, or before you feel proud of it. So people could be talking about that. It's not coming off as like overly critical, but you do like to take your time with certain things. Some people could talk about how your relationships may not be the best for you, or like certain friendships in your life, you can be right now or in the past, weren't the best for you, but you managed to overcome that and reinvent yourself. Or people talk about how genuine you are, how you fill a lot of people's cup, you know, just by showing up, by there's a youthful spirit to you, but it's valid and it's needed. Something about your energy is like very needed. It's crucial. Six of Cups to the Fool. Some of you guys, people have been saying you've been like this since you were a kid. Like, this is your personality. I just keep hearing it. That's okay. Some of you could play tennis, or what's that game where they hit that little thing? Oh my God, I don't know what the game is, but it's like that little thing that has like a circle on the top, and then there's like almost like a net, and it flies, and you hit it with like a racket or something. I forget what that's called. Someone could play that here. It's not lacrosse. It's not. I don't even know. I don't know if it's badminton, but I'm thinking about this game anyway. Someone here could be good at sports or is athletic. Maybe you work out, because that's coming through in this. Because I'm seeing someone sweating or someone hot, because of some sort of like physical energy that they've had to put in, or effort. Five of Wands. There's something about you that feels a bit regal, because I can't help but notice that in this photo, this beaver has a crown on him. So you could be the hottest person in the room. You could be the smartest person in the room. You could be the one with the most seniority or whatever, but you don't act like it. Like, you act like you're just another person like everyone else. It doesn't matter your ranking or another person's ranking. You will talk to them very sincere. You'll talk to them like a human, you know. You're that person that everybody wants to talk to in their day, even if it's for 2 seconds, because it's a nice encounter. It's a great experience. And they do want to know what you have going on, because they know that you put a lot of effort into things. Two of Cups. You seem like a lover. You come off like someone who's a really great friend, someone who really values your friendships and cares about relationships, you know, in your lives. You believe it takes a village or something like that. I don't know if this is romantically or if this is just period. Like personable. Like, maybe people talk about you like you're a friendly person. You do keep certain things private, though. Red and white. Some of you guys might want to look up, so in the olden days, when, I think it was in, like, England. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure in the olden days, depending on what color flower or what color rose you gifted a woman, it would mean a different message, whether it was I love you or something more lighter than that, or, you know, whatever. So some of you guys might want to look this up, because I'm seeing something about red and white. So maybe you want to look at the colors behind that. Like certain countries' flags have like red and white or blue or hints of green, and those colors for their culture or their society have different meanings. So I don't know if there's something here about like your country's flag. It could have some of these colors in it. Brown, yeah, I don't know. Brown, yellow, red, white. That's coming through here. But I also heard something about spices in the way that someone cooks here. It can be very flavorful the way you cook. Okay, so let's pull the cards for the extended. I'm gonna pull 6 cards. Just 1 card, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring some hard tail for it. I think it was 5, but I don't like it. So I'll put these up here, and I'll see you guys in the extended. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be looking at what's the word on the street, what's the word around town about you, okay? And in the extended, we're going to shuffle the cards for the extended here, and I'll see you guys in that one later, okay? So your first card is the Queen of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, the 8 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the 3 of Cups in reverse. In the bottom of the deck, we had the Star. What's the word around town about them? I heard the word around town is that you don't give a fuck. Like, yes, you may be caring, or yes, you may have a big heart, but like, you don't care. You don't care. If you don't like me, then fine. If you don't want to help me, fine. If you're gonna make things difficult, then that I can make things difficult too. Like, that's the word around town about you. It's like, you really don't take any shit. You don't care. I will leave because I love myself, or I will leave because I don't need this shit. Like, that's the word around town about you. That's your energy. And it doesn't come off as immature. It actually comes off as mature for the Queen of Pentacles to come out here. It's like, so maybe this is like if someone tries to mess with your money, if someone tries to mess with your family, your career, or your status or something like that, then this could be how you show up. You come off as a little busy too. You always have a lot that you're doing. People cannot really just pop up on you and expect to have a date with you, or expect to be able to have a meeting with you or time with you. Like, you're busy. You're really gonna have to pencil them in. The Star. The word around the street, or the word around town about you. Like, look, she's so hot in this photo. Like, this image, she just looks so good. But look how she's like looking off into the distance. Like, oh, you're looking at me, but I'm not looking at you. Like, yeah. So, oh my God. So the word around town about you is like, people really be people watching you. And you may not even notice it. Some of you guys, you do notice it, but maybe for the feminines here that do their makeup, you look really good when you do your makeup, girl. Or when you curl your hair, or when you wear the color green. Some of you can have diamonds, or like a diamond necklace, or you got money in the bank, you got savings. Something is about to work out for you. That's the word around town about you. The word around town about you is that you're very comfortable in your body and in your skin. The word around town about you is that if you don't like something, you'll say that. You don't harbor harsh feelings. If you need to get that shit out, you will. 7 of Wands. Word around town about you is that you're very strong. Maybe it comes on strong to some people, but I feel like it's just you. You're just a strong person in general because you've had to be. Oh, wait. Clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Empress. Wow, yeah. Clarifying the Seven of Wands, we've got the King of Cups. Clarifying the Eight of Cups, we've got the Four of Wands. Clarifying the Ace of Cups, we've got the Page of Wands. And clarifying the Three of Cups, we have the Four of Cups, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, you don't give a fuck. Three of Cups in reverse with the Four of Cups. Sometimes we're doing tarot readings, right? And we listen to somebody, they get a card that like matches the energy and they're like, yeah, I knew I was right all along. But that's not necessarily the impression I want to give you in this reading, because I did see some other cards here where I'm like, okay, now I actually understand a little better. But when I saw these two cards here together, the Four of Cups with the Three of Cups in reverse, this is almost making me feel like somebody who does not need to fit in. I don't care if you like me. It doesn't have to. I don't care if you are having fun. I don't care if you like my joke or if you like my sense of humor or whatever. I like me. You know, it's not like matter of fact. It's almost like okay, and, you know, so you could really just stay in your lane. But it's like, if that ever comes up, then that's how you will show up. Bottom of the deck, we have Ten of Wands, clarifying the start. Okay. Okay. Now let's get deeper into this, though. The Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Empress. People could be talking about you like you're on your high horse right now, or you're not looking down on yourself. King of Cups, clarifying the Seven of Wands. Some of you guys could have certain issues coming up with your family or with your father right now. Four of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Your family could be missing you a lot right now. Or maybe you're not home, or maybe you're on a trip, or maybe you weren't around for a little bit. Maybe the holidays are coming up and they're missing you extra hard right now. But why do I feel like in this group, like, it's like people may have taken you for granted. So it's almost like not fair for someone to see you in this energy and assume that this is just like how you are all the time. It's like, this is where you are now, if that makes sense. Page of Wands, clarifying the Ace of Cups. You're funny. You actually are very funny. Some of you guys are sarcastic. Or you like to poke fun at people, but you really don't mean any harm. You come off as loyal too. Some of you guys used to be like loyal to a fault. Four of Cups, clarifying by the Three of Cups. I don't know if you like recently went through like a friendship breakup. So we're going to shuffle the cards for the extended. You guys can access that as a member on Patreon or YouTube, or you can buy it for individual purchase on Patreon. And later when I start uploading the astrology courses, you guys will be able to access those. I think I'm going to have them on Patreon, YouTube, and Vimeo. So obviously it will take a while to get all of them uploaded to each of those platforms, just for whoever's preference or whatever. But yeah. I also have another astrology channel, and that's where I'll be posting some of the course content, but majority of the bulk of it that you guys will be paying for will be on those platforms. Okay, so we're gonna pull 6 cards for the extended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's on to pile number 5, or card number 5. Welcome to your reading, and thank you so much for watching. My name is Jay, and today we're going to be looking at what's the word on the street about you, what's the word around town about you. Okay, so we've got 8 of Wands. You're a trendsetter. The Empress. Wow. The Star. Why are the cards repeating in all these different decks? This is so interesting. Justice. Major Arcana. 3 Major Arcana coming through here. People talk about you like a celebrity or something. Knight of Cups. 5 of Swords. What's the word around town about you? You recently have been put in a sticky situation. Someone could have lied about you, or just did you dirty. It almost feels like 8 of Wands. People talk about you like you catch on to things very quickly though. Knight of Cups with the Justice card. The word around the street about you is that you know how to apologize. You know how to take accountability for things. You don't necessarily want to stir the pot. There's something here that comes a little bit more, it comes off a little bit more, I don't want to say submissive, because there are some people here that you're not submissive, but that's just how people are talking about you. 8 of Wands, clarified by the World, Strength card, the Hanged Man in reverse, 3 of Swords in reverse, yeah. Knight of Pentacles in the Chariot. Bottom of the deck is the 3 of Wands. Some of you guys recently got in a relationship, and maybe the relationship has been moving really fast. Or someone could be talking about you how like you move really fast in relationships, or you could be very flirty. Maybe it's a harmless flirting, but you could be very flirty. Strength card. Clarifying the Empress card. People talk about you and how you've worked really hard to get to where you are, on yourself, on your traumas and stuff like that. How nothing in this life has been easy for you. How you're, and I don't mean to say this like for you to take offense, but someone could be saying like you're lucky to be alive, or you're lucky that something didn't go as bad as it could in your life. So maybe you come off as someone who's very appreciative and like very blessed. You understand your privileges, but like I said, you haven't had it easy either. 3 of Swords in reverse, clarifying the Justice card. People talk about you like somebody who really would never want to hurt somebody. You really would not want to, because the 3 of Swords came out in reverse. There's also something here about you wouldn't want to make a scene, because the Justice card energy here, like, I don't know why, but they seem very like sure of themselves. They're in this like very powerful Superman pose. They've got their sword ready. They've got their facts, their clarity. They know where they're coming from. They know what's the truth and what's not. You know what I mean? But it's clarified by the 3 of Swords in reverse. Now, 3 of Swords can represent disappointment, heartbreak, but it can also be I don't know why in this card it almost feels like sometimes maybe you take responsibility for things that are not your fault, or you take on burdens that are not your burdens to bear. And it could get you hurt. It could get you in sticky situations. Knight of Pentacles, clarifying the Knight of Cups. Some of you could be in like their young adult ages. You don't have to be. Something here about a cow. I don't know if someone here lives like on the countryside or in the suburbs, something like that. No, that's weird though, because there's a cow in this image, but he looks like he's in the desert. So, okay. If you're a masculine here, you could be like working on being ripped, or you are ripped. Strong legs, calves, arms, all that. Knight of Cups, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, or clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. The word on the street about you is that you can be a bit stubborn sometimes though. And you don't rush yourself. You know, some people think, I got in another group, they did things very quickly, picked up on things very quickly. In this group, I'm actually getting a little bit of a different energy here. You could like to be in control though. Maybe in this group you don't like being told what to do. Or it comes off that way to other people. 3 of Wands. You come off as ambitious too. Like, you're not ready for things to be over. If things were to end the way that they are right now, you wouldn't be very happy. Five of Swords clarified by the Chariot. Okay, so let's pull for the extended. What's the word around town about pile number 5? What's the word around town about pile number 5? I'm gonna pull 6 cards for that. What's the word around town? Pile number 5.